Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Take Twins podcast. I'm your co-host, Avery Gibson.
I'm your host, Trey Riddick.
And we have another special guest with us. Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm the guest, Deshaun Rouse.
Awesome. We have back-to-back weeks of guests with us, and we're looking for another fun episode here. We had a lot go down, especially in the realm of basketball. So we're going to be lit. We're going to have a fun time. Deshaun's going to tell y'all a little bit about himself after this intro. So let's head into it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here. We have lots to talk about. And like I mentioned earlier, our guest, Deshaun, he's going to tell you a little bit about himself, what his interests are, what his hobbies are, and what he likes to do. And then we're going to hop right into it. So, Deshaun.
All right, well, my name is Deshaun Rouse, and I'm a defensive end for Altoona High School. My favorite sports team, of course, is the Georgia Bulldogs.
Let's go.
We represent straight Georgia. I really like the Falcons, too. I don't really have a necessary favorite basketball team, but I always rep my hometown, Atlanta.
Let's go.
And right now, my favorite basketball player got to be Ant-Man. Just saying.
He's right there with me and Steph. Ant-Man, king of Georgia right there.
I'm telling you.
Don't worry, y'all. We finna convert him to a Lakers fan because his favorite player is Kobe all time. So we gonna
make it happen.
We gonna get him there.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about LA later in this video. We're gonna have quite a bit to say.
Wild.
But before we get to that, let's start with the World Cup. Everybody, we're here. It's happening. We've made it to the knockout stages. We're past the group stages. It's a good time, and this has just been a fun, World Cup. Seeing all these.
How about we put a little disclaimer on them for anybody that's coming at you personally? Because we had some comments that were a little OD.
I want to make it clear. I do not claim to be a top tier ball knower when it comes to soccer or football or whatever y'all want to call it. Okay.
For sure.
I am a lover of all sports, and I want to get to know all sports. I am aware that Cabo Verde was not the worst team heading into the tournament. I said one of, as in FIFA had them ranked a lot lower than most teams. They are a smaller country, and yeah, they've kind of blown competition out the water considering they had to be paired up in a group with Spain and Uruguay, I think.
Oh, for sure.
So obviously, I'm not claiming that they were just going to suck and be terrible. But a lot of people kind of counted them out, including me. They just weren't on my bingo card to make the knockout rounds. And you know what? I apologize to anyone I have offended. I just want to get that out the way. But yeah, I'm trying to get to know soccer better, and we're having a good time. So let's hit right into it, because I want to talk about this man Messi, because we talked about him last week. Messi is facing father time right now, and he is destroying him. I mean, I think he's got 6 goals, and Argentina plays tomorrow. He's got 6 goals right now, leading the entire tournament. I think Mbappe and Dembele. Look up the rankings real quick. But last I checked, he was leading Mbappe and Dembele, leading them. And there's a good chance that at the age of 39, this man might win the Golden Boot. That sounds like the most insane thing right now. Let's see if Trey's pulling it up on the laptop.
I would like to get.
Let's see. Okay, Mbappe and Messi tied for 6 goals apiece. The dictator. I'm playing.
We finna get this off our chest now. France is going all the way with Mbappe.
Oh, whoa.
I don't.
We all Brazil. We Brazil up here.
Hold up.
Brazil.
Mbappe and Dembele might honestly be the best duo in the entire tournament. So listen, I think Brazil's good. Don't get me wrong. Brazil's got a chance. I don't know, man. France might have this. Or we could be delusional and say that USA is going all the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional.
The boys got a chance.
I am very delusional, but the boys have a chance.
Right now, I'm repping France because I've forever been an Mbappe fan.
I always love Neymar. We always got Brazil.
I'm going Team USA.
I respect that.
Let's go Brazil.
Listen, right now the boys got a chance. I'm telling you, the refs tried so hard to keep them out of that game yesterday. They tried. but it just didn't happen.
Can we talk about that USA game real quick?
Yeah.
Because I just want to make everything notice and everything clear. That was not a red card.
I agree.
Like,
oh, for sure.
They were comparing that to when Messi did that, literally not like recently, and they never called it. They tried to make us first round exits again against Bosnia, and it just wasn't gonna happen. The boys are locked in; they're having a good time. I think Pulisic, he's gonna have a generational run if things go right, and the USA can win another game. Pulisic's gonna have a generational run. The star of Team USA. He came in against Turkey, and the stadium was they were rowdy. They were loving it. I'm watching the game, and I hear the whole stadium erupt. I mean, it's like he is our guy. He may not be Holland. He may not be Mbappe. He may not be Messi. He may not be any of those guys, but he is our guy, and he's going to take us there. And you know what? I'm delusional. Maybe we won't win. I'm going to be honest. I just don't. I don't know. Listen. I may root for them, but the chances aren't looking crazy high.
Got to get him update on that squad.
But there's a chance, okay?
Hey,
and while they're playing really great right now, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. But playing up against France and Brazil and Germany was knocked out. Actually, I was about to say Germany, but no, they're knocked out. We'll talk about that in a second. We're just facing up against some of these higher up teams. Spain has been playing really great since their tie with Cabo Verde. Yeah, so we'll see where it takes us, but we're having a great time, 100%. I mean, the World Cup, it unites the people, and I could put up some clips here of just like seeing foreigners coming in from all these different countries and just enjoying the culture of America. And while we may not be the best, we may not be the most stable country right now in terms of division and politics and everything, which we won't get into, but this is uniting the country, and it's a beautiful thing, showing that even, sports can always be a big uniting factor amongst everyone.
Second to music. But, real quick, we already kind of touched up on them at the beginning when I made my apology statement. Cabo Verde. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, the run they've had, tying what? They tied all three group stages? Trey's looking at something right. They tied all three group stages, I think, right? All three group stage games, Cabo Verde is on a run. And while it is going to be tough, they got to play Argentina tomorrow. They got to play right now the Golden Boot favorite. I can't wait to see what they do. I mean, it's going to be amazing to see like if they can even tie, which I think if they tie, they still get if they tie, it goes into a penalty shootout. Like, even if they lose, if they can go into a penalty shootout, that's going to put them on the map. Cabo Verde has been amazing this season. I said season, didn't I? I'm tripping. They've been amazing this tournament. It's been super great to see them. See this smaller country. I think the fourth smallest, one of the smallest countries of all time entering the tournament. I think, or was that Curacao? I think it was one of them. See them enter in and just play the way they've been playing. And the fact that they were a contributor to Uruguay not making the knockout rounds, that's unreal. I think that's just really impressive. They came in, I think, ranked out of how many teams? I think it was out of 68. They were like 64th. So that's what I was talking about. Is they were not necessarily ranked high at all. They were definitely ranked lower. And they come in and they defy the odds. And they're doing it. I can't remember the goalkeeper's name. What's his name? Give me a second. You keep talking for a second. While this is going on, I would like to say, USA during the tournament, they had me teetering. They were going from good to bad, back and forth. It was really scaring me, but the way they came up in the tournament, they did their thing.
Yeah, they definitely look like one of the strongest teams out there, and I do think they have a chance to be something special. But against my Brazilian boys, against the French boys out there, maybe Portugal does something. I don't think so. Argentina, I don't think that they...
This isn't the strongest Portugal team we've seen.
Yeah, and I definitely don't think that the USA can match up with some of those teams. So it's just a matter of what they can do. I can't really say that, but we've obviously seen upsets, especially one that we're definitely about to get into. But USA has a great chance, but you know who I'm gonna rep, obviously.
Um, yeah. So real quick, I think for those who aren't necessarily keeping up, unless you'll have anything else to say, we'll quickly just recap all the major games of the round of 32 and the knockouts so far. And anyone else? Anyone?
What's it called? The game for the cup. Who's winning it?
Oh, the finals game.
Early prediction.
Early prediction at the round of 32. Early prediction.
I got France.
France is good. I think sleeper pick Mexico. Mexico
Ooh,
is
that's
a
a good one.
high key
Mexico's
sleeper
been
pick.
doing well.
They just won their first round of 32 game, I think, in 40 years or something like that. Is what I
they
saw.
won 2-0. They did their thing.
They're
that
doing
game.
their thing. But yeah, I could go sleeper pick, but I just got to go with the obvious one. I think France is just too good. I think they've got a chip on their shoulder after losing in the penalty shootout to Argentina 4 years ago, in the winter of 2022. Wow, that feels like an ages ago. I'm just gonna take France. I'm gonna go with the obvious pick here. Spain can make a run. Obviously, I think Mexico's gonna make a run. USA could possibly make a run. Brazil. There's some sleeper teams in here for sure, but I'm not gonna try to be cheeky with it. I'm going to go ahead and pick France.
I'm going to go ahead and pick my Brazilian boys, Vinny Jr., Neymar, that squad. I think we got a chance, a fighting chance to go ahead and make something great. One of the greatest teams to do it. In my opinion, Brazil is Laker-like to me. That's how I basically treat Brazil, especially during the World Cup, and I think we got it.
All right, so real quick, going over the round of 32, we have Canada beating South Africa 1-0. That seemed kind of expected, but also that game could have gone either way. Morocco beat the Netherlands in a penalty shootout. Paraguay upset Germany in a penalty shootout. That last kick for Germany was really high. Sorry, Freddie, out there, Freddie, LA7, the viral German fan. We feel for you. Maybe next time. Thank you for enjoying our country, by the way. We are glad you were able to come here and bring a new light to us. Let's see. France beating Sweden. Yeah, pretty much expected. Belgium beating Senegal. USA beating Bosnia. Spain destroyed Austria today, 3-0. I think that was, today. Portugal and Croatia are currently playing at the time of this recording. By the way, real quick, just wanted to say this episode is being recorded on Thursday. It will probably be put out this weekend, but it's being recorded Thursday, meaning there probably will be some things that happen in the sports world Friday and Saturday that we will not necessarily cover, that we could probably cover next week when we record over the weekend, possibly. Yeah. Anyways, Brazil beating Japan, fair enough. Norway winning, also fair enough. Mexico, that was a good win, 2-0. England beating Democratic Republic of Congo, 2-1, expected. And then the rest of the games have not been played. That's Switzerland and Algeria, Colombia and Ghana, Australia and Egypt, and then Argentina and Cabo Verde. Will we see the upset? Stay tuned. And I think now we move into the segment that I know Deshaun is probably pretty excited for. This is a segment that we definitely have a lot more knowledge in. So let's get right into it because we're going to talk about arguably what is on pace to be quite possibly be the greatest NBA offseason of all time. Trey, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, things have been mixed up
Three times
throughout this offseason. I wish the free agency class was a little bit heavier with names, but it does not matter because we have a lot of trades.
The trades
going
have carried
down. So the first trade I will go through is the Heat and the Bucks. A little bit earlier before pre-draft. So starting off with that, Miami has acquired two-time Kia MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, franchise icon, one of the best to do it, one of my favorite players.
I thought he was going to
do
Boston. That's crazy. Imagine if he did, imagine if he did go to Boston.
That awful green team, yeah, I don't name them around here.
We'll talk about them later too. I'll be back in a second.
But they acquire Giannis. The Heat get Giannis. And Bobby Portis Jr. And then the Bucks get in return Jaime Jaquez, Jasper Castellanos, I think that's how you say his name, and Tyler Hero.
But
Tyler Hero being the hometown kid coming back to Milwaukee and multiple picks.
Hawkins is not bad.
He's a solid role player.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Bucks won this trade. And here's why. Let me tell you. Give me a second.
I think it's more the fact that he likes the Braden Burries and the Nate Amit out of the deal coming from those draft picks. I wouldn't know, but I think the team would have to rebuild. Obviously, looking at the Heat's point of view, you have Bam and you have Giannis, two star players that's going to help you out. But during this offseason so far, where do your guards come and play? I know you have Wiggins and I know you have Davion Mitchell, but you need an actual solidified guard.
And that's where the problem is while Giannis is arguably, when healthy, and the third best player in the league probably, the problem that comes in is now you don't have bench depth. You just traded Hawkins, who came second in Sixth Man of the Year. You just traded Tyler Hero. You pretty much have Bam, Giannis, some average guards, not anything crazy. You don't have any crazy guards because also was it Hardaway that also just, I think they were looking to acquire Hardaway and he went, I can't remember where he just went. Now it's like your bench depth is absolutely cooked. I know the Heat were like they pretty much. I understand that they really had nothing going to begin with.
Tim Hardaway Jr. has signed with the Heat.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know why I was thinking he went somewhere else. Okay, so yes, you get Tim Hardaway, which definitely helps, but that's still kind of like iffy per se. 13 points per game, 2 boards. Now, the field goal percentage of 44% is not terrible. Don't get me wrong. That's pretty good. Tim Hardaway can be a good impact on your team, but when it's pretty much just him, it's pretty much a big three of him, Bam, and Giannis, especially when you're getting Tim Hardaway on a 1-year contract.
If you need to take the mic, go ahead and do it.
It's a little concerning. Oh. Whoop. I actually took that out. It's a little concerning for sure. How do I put this in?
Well, with what you're saying,
Oh.
yeah, the main problem with the Heat, they don't have any really bench depth at all.
Yeah.
Main person that's going to be coming off the bench, if anything, is Wiggins at forward.
It pretty much, yeah. They're a little cooked in terms of bench depth. I can't remember who they got out of the draft per se. But this team, I don't know where I rank this team. That's right. I just don't know if I can rank them anywhere within the top 3.
Oh. Hold on.
Oh.
But another thing, I have high hopes for that Bam Giannis duo. The Bam Giannis duo is going to be a really big thing, especially with Bam having a career high of 83 this season.
Yeah, which was still random to this day.
Yeah.
But I saw someone compare this to Tim Duncan and David Robinson on the 90s Spurs, and while I do think they are both great players in their own respective ways, let's not make these assumptions yet. Let's still remember, while Bam Adebayo is a star in his own right, and is one of the premier defensive players in the league, and is also and also now has the second most points in a single game in NBA history. Let's not also forget that his career highs before that were, I think, 43, 38, 35, and 35. So let's not forget, he's not the most insane offensive player in the league. 83, well, I'm not going to say it was cherry-picked. They definitely kept him in the whole game, especially in a blowout. So I'm not going to tell you to sit here and be like, oh, it was unethical, it was stupid. No, I think it was very impressive, but it was definitely just kind of out of the blue and random. But, who knows? I think, let's see, if I'm looking here, averaging about 20 points per game, 10 boards, 3, the blocks, iffy. The steals, not bad. He's averaging about 1.2 steals a game, so that's not terrible.
Also, on your career high points thing, I would like to add this. I like conspiracy theories. It could be that he has the highest points in NBA history because Wilt's 100 was never documented.
That is very possible. Bam Adebayo could just possibly be the single game score. That's so weird to think about. I will save that conversation for another time, but that is weird to think about. That's a little interesting there. Um, but yeah, I think just the fact that he's not necessarily one of the premier offensive players in the league, it is iffy. Giannis is definitely gonna have to do. He's gonna have to bring a big impact on his offense, which I think he will. The question is, can he stay healthy?
I think he can.
I have faith in it.
The next trade we'll go ahead and break down is the Grizzlies and Portland. So Memphis has traded star guard Ja Morant to Portland in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. I absolutely think that the Portland Trailblazers won this. The only issue I have with this is there's too many guards on that one team. You got your Holiday, Anthony Simmons, and Scoot Henderson. I think I messed up Anthony Simmons. But you got players and guards like that. I don't know how that's really going to work out, but I think him and Dame and maybe Denny Avdia should be a pretty solid duo.
Oh yeah.
My thing with that is they have really good bench depth at guard though. Like their bench depth is gonna be insanely good.
I was about to say, don't forget about Drew Holiday. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing I do, however, want to talk about with this team. I know people are gonna go off on me a little bit for saying that Ja is not the same player. Ja is a problem child. He's injury prone. He's this and this and this. Well, this man was the second pick in he was the second pick in the draft. That's right, the Giannis draft. The Zion draft. I think that he has something in the tank. I think this is the place for him to turn his career around, to get his head straight. The news that he's changing from number 12 to number 1. I think this is a new era for him. Damian Lillard can be that sort of vet for him to help him out and to, idealize what it's like to play in the league and be a star caliber player. Dame, we don't know how much longer Dame has, unfortunately, but he's still that dude that's going to come out and shoot lights out. So I think that this team has potential to maybe make a run for the playoffs, depending how they build around this young, talented squad with a mix of old and new school. But I think the fact that you have a vet in Dame who's been playing the game long, who doesn't get in trouble, to just help out and has been traded before and going back to this team.
Also one of the premier 3-point shooters in the league.
Especially coming back from injury, win a 3-point contest, he has something in the tank. And I think that this team has something worth competing for. And I like this trade a lot.
Yeah. And then next up, let's talk about another
Clippers, Raptors.
Oh.
We're going trade by trade.
Oh, I was going to talk about. I don't even think it's on here. Did we talk about Minnesota?
No.
Yeah.
I want to talk
Why
about.
is that not a- that's
I want
the
to talk
next
about
trade.
Melo Ball going to Minnesota, pairing up with Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves PR team is in shambles right now. They're panicking. Deshaun, take us away.
How much PR that y'all think they're gonna end up in?
They might have to pay a few fines here and there. I don't know, and I love Ant-Man, but whew, man,
Let's go to PR training. That's all I gotta say.
yeah. It's going to be interesting to see these two paired up. I think these two, some of the faces of the league right now, definitely some of the big stars, especially Melo. Melo taking that huge step this year, coming second in three-pointers made behind his teammate Con Kneppel. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic there, for sure.
Honestly, I think the Tims really won this trade.
Oh,
Like, there's
100,
no shot.
1,000%. I think they sent Nas Reed in a couple draft picks.
Oh, yeah, let me break that down for y'all. So, Timberwolves have traded Nas Reed, 2033 unprotected first-round pick, first-round pick swaps in
Easy.
28, 29, 30. So, you got your little 10-year-olds that have not stepped foot.
Middle schoolers.
That middle schoolers, whatever you got, who are asking their parents for rides and maybe playing baseball and playing multiple sports. And they got second-round picks, 2029, 2032, and 2033. Once again, young kids, which is making me feel old. And in return, the Timberwolves will get LaMelo Ball and forward Josh Green. This team has potential to go to the playoffs. I'm going to let that air out and ride out because it's going to be a lot of exciting ball playing in Minnesota. But that's not the only
100%.
trade they did. There was another trade they did. It was a 3-team deal Minnesota shipped off Julius Randle, 2026 number
He's
28th
gone.
pick to Brooklyn in a 3-team trade that sent Nick Claxton to the Bulls, and the Wolves acquired the number 33 pick and Ford Mogai, I guess is how you say his name. So I think they're
Julius.
trying to change things up. They signed Ayo Dosunmu to a longer deal. They've got Jaden McDaniels. They have Ball and they have Ant-Man. So I think this team can really go out and compete. You have Rudy Gobert, Frenchman, who is the defensive player of the year and a candidate for it. So I think that this squad's going to be one to bring you terror throughout the season if they can stay consistent and healthy.
Julius Randle has been sentenced to the pits of Brooklyn.
Welcome back to New York.
My thing on this trade, I can understand how unprotected draft picks are really good at times, but they could also go bad because they're still unprotected.
Yep.
That's the one thing I don't like about draft picks. And that's
Yeah.
another reason why I say the Timbs have really won this trade.
Yep.
And another thing about like draft picks in general, like I know I didn't really get to cover we're not covering the draft a lot. Can we please just get rid of the fact that these athletes that have sacrificed their whole entire lives and they walk up on stage and they're getting the wrong hat? Can we please just get that out the way and change that? Like, and can we please change the order and the number of these picks? Like, instead of calling, I know they're unprotected and you see down the line, but something's got to change with these trades and how things are announced later out throughout the draft and like later on. Those like there's a couple rules that do have to change in the league with drafting and picks and all that, but I'll save that for another time.
We'll talk about that a little later because I know, Deshaun, you wanted to cover the draft a little bit, see what you want to talk about. But let's see. Other than that, what else? What else? There was another trade you wanted to talk about. Oh,
Okay, so there's a lot of trades.
the
There's
sixth
a lot of
god.
trades.
The sixth god.
Kawhi Leonard, welcome back to Toronto. So in
He's
exchange,
back?
unfortunately, Brandon Ingram is going to the Little Bros. Welcome back to LA. Grady Dick is headed to LA and a package of draft picks, which is not labeled. I'll have to go find it later. Maybe it'll pop up on screen. It's just draft picks. And that's the trade. Anybody, I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this, so I'll hand the mic over to him.
Kalai, I really think this is monumental because it can mean one or two things. He's either going to retire soon or he's going to try his best to have a monumental career season.
I mean, he did average 28 a game last
I'm
year.
just going to keep it a buck. They're not winning no championship.
I
don't mean to sound like
I
a
don't
hater.
know, man.
I don't see them in the
Listen,
East.
listen. You're now pairing him up with Scotty Barnes and R.J. Barrett. That's unreal. That's a really good big three right there. They even asked Scotty Barnes, I think years ago in an interview, they said, "What's the player you would want to play with the most?" And he said, Kawhi Leonard.
When I look at the teams in the East, they're the weakest link out of them all.
Well, now I'm moving the Celtics down now.
Of course.
Did we talk
Yeah.
about that yet?
No, we're about to get to.
We're about to talk
I
about
don't
that.
try-
I'm
that's
moving the
next
Celtics
trade.
down after this.
That's low key actually after this trade. That's the next trade I'm gonna dabble in and talk about after I say what I gotta say. The next trade, Lakers and Jazz. Finally, we get a big Walker Kessler in a sign and trade, and we gave up.
Only problem is we gave him quite a bit.
picks and pick swaps back to Utah. But I would just like to finally get my little mini rant going. This team has made me go through a midlife crisis that I'm still going through, by the way, because LeBron's gone, which all the fake LA fans that aren't real Laker fans,
sexuals.
get out my fan base. Please get out my
LeBron
fan base.
sexuals.
So they're gone. You know, AD's been gone because we got Luka out of it. But the thing I want to talk about with my team is that Luka and re-signing Reeves, that's fine. Not really what I would want, but they're two liabilities on the defensive side. So getting Kessler is going to help that out a lot. If you were to ask me, and if you still ask me while the season was going on, I would have sent Austin Reeves, LeBron, and Rui out for something in return, maybe picks, so we have something down the line for a future date and rebuilding the team from a core perspective. If you low-key still ask me, Rob Pelinka, you're very much on the hot seat. I don't want to talk bad about. I don't want to talk bad about the man.
1,000%, yeah.
I don't want to talk bad about the man because you know he does his jobs and makes trades. But Anthony Davis was asking for a center for the longest and begging you And now, as soon as Braun is gone, you know,
AD
you
even
finally get a
responded to a
center.
tweet.
And with laughing emojis.
Yep.
So for us to finally get a big, we haven't had a big since JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard in 2020.
Jeez.
And that's saying something. So
Hey, that was a championship season.
but I'm
It's not gonna happen.
looking. I don't know what to say, man. Like, hopefully this team does something, but I agree with Big Perk and what all these analysts are saying. I'm sorry, that nobody fears his team. You're not like, it's not like you have a Cade Cunningham and unfortunately a Duran that you're scared of. You don't have a Jaylen Brown or a Jason Tatum, which that duo is gone. I'll get inside in a minute. But you don't have nothing that's gonna fear players that are like, hey, we're coming to LA. We gotta face this, and this. No, you don't have none of that. So the thing you have to do, I like the Grimes signing. I like the Colin Sexton signing.
Sexton signing, yeah.
Yeah, I like those signings. I'm glad y'all finally went out and did something. But I still think that this is not the right way the team should go in. I'd rather take my years of suffering and wait to be good like these teams do and develop something off the core like y'all did with Kobe and all that, which Kobe had his own game, but it's just driving me nuts. It's driving me crazy. I can't with my Lakers. At least I got the Knicks still.
It's true. Champions right there.
I want to touch up right on that. I could disagree on some part with the Austin Reeves and Luka on defense at moments, because they do have their moments where they play really good defense.
I mean, we saw
Oh, for
Luka in before he was injured. We saw Luka go on the most generational run. Now, granted, he had things going on in the background that were probably fueling that fire. But
Yeah.
we saw him go on a very generational run of just not only putting up 40 bombs, 50 bombs, and 30 bombs, but also just getting those blocks and playing defense, getting those steals, and just playing lockdown on both sides of the court. So
And
who
another
knows?
thing, I need both of y'all to stay healthy. Like, what's gonna happen when both of y'all go down? Because I know it's gonna happen one time during the next season. Both of y'all are gonna go down at one point. Who we gonna have?
But y'all still
Build
got
to death.
Sexton's off.
But he's not a proven point guard that's gonna come off and take over the team.
But another thing, you said Austin Reeves is a liability. Remember when Luka got hurt and he went on that amazing run with those games?
When I say Austin Reeves is a liability, I mean on the defensive side of the ball. Him and Luka are definitely not the greatest at playing defense. They can hold their own at times, but they're liabilities. I agree with everything what Big Perk says.
The
I
LeBron
trust.
hole will be felt. It like the missing hole there of LeBron will, like, the presence will be felt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm low-key gonna miss Braun because this man came in, brought us a championship, said I want to do this for the city. I respect that. The thing in return, what you can do for me is go back to Cleveland and not go to the Warriors. But anyways, that's something for another time.
Well, I don't think he's going to Warriors. That's crazy nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how the cap space works for Golden State. And on the topic of that, on the topic of that now, I think real quick, a little side segment here to add on. Where is LeBron going now? Because
I do not care. I'm tired of hearing that all over on ESPN or CBS. Braun, I have great respect for you. I do not care. Like, LeBron is a great player, probably down one of the list of mine, one of my favorites. I don't know. I'm just tired of it. Pick a place to go. Everybody's going to be talking about all summer, all off season. Where's LeBron going to go? Go ahead and go to the Warriors or the Cavs. Like, that's my best advice for you.
Or
Pick
the
one
Heat.
of the two teams.
dude, if the Heat pair him up with
They still
Giannis
need
and
a
Bam,
guard.
that's generational.
They still need a guard.
LeBron's statement he made, though, the statement he made about the Lakers,
What's the statement?
how that he said he was not going to play for them no matter what next year.
Did he say that?
That was a statement I was told he said.
I'm going to have to look and dig and find for that around there to make sure I find my trusted source. But, Deshaun, I'm going to let you hop into the next trade.
Our next trade, the green team we cannot name, and the Sixers.
Just say the Celtics, dude.
They gave away star forward Jaylen Brown exchange for Paul George and some picks. What are we doing?
So we traded the Twitch streamer for
Light
the
my
podcaster,
fire.
basically.
Outstanding. No, I'm trolling. Let me not troll. Because he towards the tailgate end of the season, the man got like 3 theme songs because he started making a comeback. But I hope he does find a spark. Jaylen Brown to Philly is going to be deadly. I guess they didn't take being swept. They didn't take being swept.
That's now a big 3 of Embiid, Maxey, Jaylen Brown, not to mention VJ Edgecombe thrown in there as well, who can heavily improve off a very impressive rookie season. That's generational.
My rookie favorite last year was VJ Edgecombe. I really love that man's backstory. He came from the bottom and rose his way up.
And now he's arguably the 3rd best player in that class behind the 2 Duke brothers. So I think this is a great trade. I think now officially the 76ers move up 100%. If they weren't already like top 7, top 5 maybe, they now might even be top 3 in the East. With the Celtics making this move, again, wishing the best for Paul George, but I just don't know in terms of age and injury. I just don't know if it's going to happen in terms of that. The 76ers could honestly now be a top 3 team in the East here. I think if you really want to look at it, the Knicks are probably the best team heading into the East. And then it could even be the 76ers.
Go New York, go New York, go.
And then you could probably put the 76ers there at second. Maybe 3rd, maybe 4th. I wouldn't put them anywhere outside my top 5 now.
Wait. What about Detroit?
Detroit's up there for sure, but I don't know. The 76ers now might have a better core. You just got Jaylen Brown. I mean, the Celtics just traded Jaylen Brown for, I don't want to say a bag of chips. It was more like 3 bags of chips. So really, I mean, it's crazy, man.
They got the Phylon kid from Alabama, the Rook coming off the bench. Oof.
That's true, though.
Nasty.
Yeah, Philly's going to be unreal this season. I like their chances a lot.
Wait.
Oh?
Y'all thought that I was just going to let the Mitchell Robinson news just slide under
and
coast over.
Shoot.
Y'all thought I was just going to let that happen. Mitchell Robinson going to the Ops. The green team we cannot name. You are an NBA champion. You were drafted by Nick Blood. You bled orange and blue skies, and you're going to go to the Boston Celtics.
I mean, fun fact, he can't shoot a free throw for his life. It's okay.
We're going to foul you on purpose. When you walk into MSG, you're getting hated, bud. We appreciate your efforts of what you did for us in the finals. You're up now, bud. Josh Hart said the best. You're up.
And just touching back on the LeBron segment, we will in fact state, here to say this, he would not return for the 26-27 season and will enter unrestricted free agency for his 24th NBA campaign.
He told them to move on without him, and he's going to play somewhere else.
24. That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, that's all I got for trades at the moment. And
is there anything crazy happened in free agency? I feel like there was a big signing, but I could be wrong.
I forgot.
I don't know. But you know what? We're gonna go ahead and Trey, we're just gonna do it on your laptop so I don't have to worry about mine.
Before that, can we talk about my favorite segment, the draft?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, go ahead. Take it away, D. Take it away, D.
Let's get into this first round where I'm really, really disappointed.
Hey. I went to AP, spent $200K. They sold me the Frost rainbow face. They hope I fall off. Ain't no way. I might be all right, but it ain't okay. Devonta, number 1 overall. I feel like this was expected.
Definitely.
They were saying Pearson could have possibly been the favorite to go number 1 overall. I just don't think it was ever going to happen. I don't think it was ever in the Wizards' plans to take him number 1 overall. Devonta was always going to be the guy. So shout out to him. Shout out to the fam. AJ Devonta, congratulations. You are the key and possibly final piece to a Wizards team that could possibly be contenders next season, pairing him up with Trae Young and Anthony Davis.
Oh, yeah. The Wizards next season, they might have
I've
a
got
little
high
bit
hopes. They can
Yeah, they
build
got-
off. They can build off of this a lot.
And Anthony Davis is probably going to be happy. He got him a good forward.
He did get him a really good forward. It's the question of now, can AD stay healthy?
Now I got 3 things to comment on.
All right.
Darren Peterson did not want to go to the Jazz.
No.
Where'd he end up at? That's what you get for being cocky. Karma. Amen?
Amen.
Now,
Hey, listen, man. That's 2 years in a row now. The Jazz got them some players that didn't want to be there, but Ace Bailey did change his mind, so I guess we'll see how Darren Peterson feels.
the craziest topic of all, the Spurs. Who let them get those 2 really good forwards?
Yeah.
My bad, center and forward.
And I think it was gonna be really scary who the Spurs drafted either way, considering that they are already a finals team. You got to imagine this was their first time back in the finals since 2019, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
First time back in the playoffs since 2019 or 2020, I think, right, Trey? Spurs.
And the first time being in the playoffs for a really
First time being in the
long
playoffs
time.
since like 2019 or 2020.
Not playoffs, finals.
It's been a minute.
way too long.
And so the fact that the Spurs were able to come in and they're as a fresh team, a new team that had no
Dirty
playoff,
Frenchman.
that had little to no playoff experience, come in and make it all the way to the finals, and the fact that they even won a game
Matter of
against the
fact,
Knicks
I'm
is
going on
highly
my
impressive.
rant.
Is highly impressive, and I think these 2 picks that they got here were really great and really amazing for them, for a team that is aspiring to
Like
win
y'all
a
need it.
championship within the next few years.
Now, ATL, y'all messed up. Why'd y'all give your pick away? We could have had Jaden Quintance, but no, he's a new forward for San Antonio. And then, whose smart idea was it to give them a real nice defensive center? They already have one of the best defenses in the NBA.
You don't need it. You don't need these players.
They got one of the best defensive centers.
He's going to be a really
in
good
the
bench
draft.
player to play behind Wemby, because while Cornette
yeah.
did have his heroics in the playoffs,
Cornette was
as
not
a
the best
whole,
defense.
Cornette was not the guy. He definitely struggled. He will forever be a hero on the chase down block in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals, but for the
yeah.
most part, he wasn't cutting it necessarily on the defense. Everyone knows Wemby is the guy, so getting a new young guy to play behind Wemby is
And I
going to be
think
really
they might have
great
made
for them.
history. The most 7-footers on one team, they have 3 of them.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Terrence Reed Jr. is going to be a real threat.
I agree.
An offensive and defensive center who can do everything coming off the bench.
Yeah, when you need a guy, when Wemby needs to go take a sit down, take a break, and needs to catch up, and you have him coming in, you're good. It's not Wemby, but it's going to be someone that's going to be in there, and
Yeah.
you're still going to feel the impact, and he's still going to do what he needs to do to make sure that the Spurs will win every single game. I think this is an A+ draft pick for the San Antonio Spurs, considering they are coming off a finals
Crazy thing
appearance.
is, it wasn't even the draft pick.
It was
Denver traded them.
Denver's, I think. Yep.
And then Jaden Quintance, an amazing forward
Oh yeah,
who can play both forward and center
100%.
collectively.
And those are great guys to have there. Guys
Yeah.
that can fill in at multiple different positions and do what they need to do. This is going to be great for the Spurs, even if just one of these picks hits. Any pick that the Spurs were going to make, like I said earlier, was going to be at least a B pick, at least B+, A+. Doesn't matter, because this is a team coming off a finals appearance. And one where they didn't even play that horribly. They were just struggling with keeping a lead and keeping the momentum going.
Yeah.
If they can fix that with these new guys, expect to see the Spurs hoisting up the Larry O'Brien Trophy within the next few years.
Now, on to our hometown. They got what they needed. They gave away Trae Young, but they got them a new starting guard. Because we all know Dyson Daniels and CJ McCollum, amazing guards.
Yeah,
Not true point guards, though.
not true point guards.
Now with
Dyson
Flemings-
Daniels will always be there for the defense.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But Flemings, he's got it in him.
Oh,
Definitely a dog.
100%. It's a great pick. I like it. a
Yeah.
lot. I like it. I think this was a good pick. This was a pick that was expected, I feel like, for Atlanta, and I really like it.
And then we got another forward to back up, what's it called? Jalen Johnson.
I can't snap. There you go. Yeah. And that's always a great thing when you're in a draft when you're at a point where you are pretty much drafting guys who are going to sit on your bench and kind of be fill-ins when you need them. That's how you know you're at a good point. I think the Hawks are in a really good spot right now, especially getting Anthony Wiggins from OKC and a nice little trade there, sending I think 2 second-round picks. I like it a lot. I like where Atlanta is heading 100%, getting CJ McCollum on a 1-year deal. This team can make some noise again next year. Not necessarily running back the same core, but definitely a little different. And a change of scenery is always good when you're getting knocked out in the first round. And it definitely helps that the Hawks were the only team to beat the Knicks twice in the entirety of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I like where this team is heading.
One thing I would like to say, this backup guard or forward, he might just make something happen. He has good sizing on him, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be a really good defensive threat also.
Oh, yeah. He has the he can have the presence.
He's a really big forward, not in height but in size.
Mm-hmm.
So you can definitely expect a lot of boxing out all of it.
All right.
Especially to back up Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
And then I like to get my little take on the draft. I have a couple players that I really did like going through. The Phylon kid from Alabama, he said he likes to be the villain. I like him for Philly, but it's a lot of guards for Philly.
That is a lot of yards.
So I don't know how that's
It's going to get a little
up.
crowded there.
Braden Berries, great kid. I think he's going to have potential to take over. Him and Nate Ament have potential to take over Milwaukee. I like Yaxel going helping out the Warriors, so that helps. A couple more. Acuff is one of my favorites. Michael
Amazing
Brown
pick.
Jr., great pick. You know I'm a Boozer guy, so I'm supporting him. And my new young and upcoming favorite player, AJ DeBonsa. I liked him. I definitely thought he should go 1, and I think he's gonna change the culture. At forward, wearing number 4. Welcome to DC.
Yeah.
One thing, I had high
expected
hopes
to.
for DeBonsta. It was between him and Peterson for the number 1 pick, but
It wasn't going to be Peterson.
yeah, only because of his ego. That ego is really what killed him. Especially with people saying that he was opting out of playing in March Madness.
I plan on playing
and-
82 games. Make the playoffs.
I don't even need to speak on how I feel about him. I really do not care for the guy. I don't like the ego. I don't like. You just got to a league. You really shouldn't have much of an ego for the game. I don't want to hate on him. I wish him well. Maybe that time in Utah is going to change him. I'm not going to hate on another guy. I wish the best for his career, but the ego and all that, I just don't do that. I don't really care for egos and all that. So do your thing. Also, go Duke. So I'm rooting for Boozer and Isaiah Evans, who is headed to Minnesota. So I think that's going to work out as well. And that's all I got for the draft.
I really like Evans backing up the 2 guards for Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
The troublesome duo.
All righty.
But
Well,
another thing is, we Duke boys for life, so we will support Cam.
You already know.
all right. Well, now go ahead and start screen recording. So now what we're going to do is on ending here, nearing the end of the topic here of the NBA. We are going to head into the not as viral anymore, but the viral 82-0 game. So for those who don't know, basically how this game works. So we're going to go ahead and go into classic mode. So basically this game, how it works is you take it, you go in the website and you spin. So you have a team and you have an era. So a decade basically. And you will click the spin button 5 times. Now you can also get 1 respin on a team and 1 respin on an era separate. And so basically you click the spin button and it'll give you players who played for that team in that specific era. And your goal is to build the best possible team and go 82-0. It'll take the stats from all the players you pick and rank them, and basically rank them, put them up against each other, and then tell you what your record will be. So we're gonna go ahead and go down the line. So I'll start, and then we'll go all the way down. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Trey's laptop here, and let's get this started. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin here. So here's my first spin. So it starts you off here. It could be anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and click spin.
One thing about the game, it does not help my anger issues.
OKC 70s.
It's rigged.
So
I can go Spencer Haywood here. I think that's probably the best pick here, averaging about 25, 12 boards, and one and 1.5 blocks per game, which is great. We'll take him at power forward, so I like that pick. That's not terrible. Gonna go ahead and spin again. Let's see what I get here now. Milwaukee 80s. Well, I do think Terry Cummings would be a great pick in terms of getting boards. Points per game isn't terrible. Marquez Johnson, not bad there. But I think I am going to respin the era because I can get Milwaukee 70s or 20s for a possibility of Kareem or Giannis. I'm going to spin era. Milwaukee 60s, so that's not much better. I kind of dug myself in a grave there. I guess I'm going to go Flynn Robinson. There's not many great picks here. Flynn Robinson, a great player, but we will throw him in at shooting guard. I feel like there's a chance to get a better point guard there. So it's already not looking like, I don't know if I'll go 82-0 here. We got Houston 20s. I'm just going to go ahead and pick Kevin Durant and throw him at small forward. So there we go. I got 2 spots left, and I can still respin.
I like that
team.
Houston's 20 pick.
Golden State Warriors 20s. So I'm going to go ahead and take Curry here at point guard.
Amen, brother.
And definitely one of the big things you want here is getting Chicago 80s for Michael Jordan. Golden State Warriors 60s for Wilt Chamberlain is a great pick. Sacramento Kings 60s for Oscar Robertson.
60s Wilt is the most rigged
He's
player
the
on this
best
game.
player you want in this game.
No, because one
Detroit
thing that doesn't
20s.
make sense with me with it, Wilt has really high points per game, for sure. But another thing that equivalents
rebounds.
into it, yeah. Defense, though. He has no steals or blocks.
But that's also, they weren't tracked at the time. So Detroit 20s, I'm going to go ahead and respin team and try to get a better center here. Milwaukee 20s, I can get Giannis there at center. And my final team, not great. 68-14 could be better. So we'll go ahead and pass this down to Trey now. So that is my team, 68-14. And we'll actually scroll down here real quick and see what it's looking like. So I've got Steph Curry at the point guard, Flynn Robinson at shooting guard, KD at the small forward, Spencer Haywood at power forward, and Giannis at my center. So as the team, not bad. Let's move on to Trey.
All right, here we go. Houston the 70s.
Elvin Hayes is a great pick there
so
for your power forward.
I'm gonna go them at the power forward.
That's one of the better players there for sure.
Phoenix in the 70s.
That's not bad.
I
You
might
could
take
go.
Gail Goodrich because I like the way he plays.
That's good for assists per game, 100%.
So I'm gonna take Gail Goodrich at the 2 guard.
All right, let's see here.
No love.
You could respin. This might be a good chance to respin your team.
Glenn Rice is amazing right there.
This might be a good chance to respin your team here.
I'm gonna respin.
90s is a good era there. Memphis 90s, not much better, but you can get yourself a nice small forward there.
Or a center.
But you definitely want to save your center for possibly getting like a Shaq or a Kareem or a Wilt.
I'm gonna take Sharif Abdur-Rahim, so I'll put him at the small forward.
Definitely good for boards. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Points per game isn't terrible. OKC
in the
90s.
90s. I'm gonna respin. I'm gonna take a different era for them.
Hope you get 20s. There you
I
go.
get the 20, so I'm
Shea
gonna take
Gilgeous Alexander, 28 points per game.
Biggest foul
him at
baiter
the
in the
guard.
league.
Now this
Lastly,
will be
for the
good.
center, OKC
OKC in the
10s.
10s. Can't really take
Oh.
nobody good, so
And that's a bit unfortunate there for the ending there. And Trey's team, 63-19. So
pretty
his,
slow.
so if you scroll down here,
It's not the
he's
worst
got
team, though.
Shea.
Shea at point guard with 28 points. Gail Goodrich with 20 points at shooting guard. Sharif Abdur-Rahim at small forward. Elvin Hayes at power forward. And Jeff Green at center.
So definitely not the best center pick, but not a bad team. You know,
Yeah, it's not
63-19.
terrible.
You're still making the playoff teams. It's still considered a dynasty in this game. Deshaun, you go ahead.
I don't got the best luck with the game. Let's see how this goes. Our first spin.
And he gets
ATL on the
Atlanta
70s.
70s.
Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
Pistol Pete is a good pick there. I can't quite see his screen, so I'm going to let Trey do some commentary here.
Ooh, the Pelicans and the Tim.
Pelicans,
It's
I
between
usually
these
take
two.
Anthony Davis here.
Yeah.
In terms of, you can throw him at power forward. You're getting good blocks, boards,
sure.
and the points per game isn't terrible. I usually take AD, but you could go someone else.
You could
I'd
definitely go
go
to
Boogie.
Marcus Cousins too.
Oh, who do you usually go, Trey?
I would take Boogie in this situation. I'd throw him at the power forward. Boogie was a force to be reckoned with, so I think that could be. You can't go wrong with Boogie or AD.
For sure. But right now, I'm going with AD. I got to. Yeah.
AD at power forward. Chicago 80s,
There we
what a
go,
pick.
baby.
Jordan at shooting guard. And
Small
all of a
forward.
sudden, Deshaun might have just won this game. Detroit 80s, who's he got there?
I'm taking Bob Lanier.
All right, and that's not bad considering AD's already getting a decent amount of steals there, or blocks there too.
Yeah.
Orlando Magic 2010s. You can respin teamer era.
I'm a respin team right here.
2010s, the respinning team is probably your best bet.
Because I
right
could
now.
definitely.
Boston.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, it's between these two. I'm definitely going to have to go with Kyrie right here, though.
He's going to take Kyrie there. That's one of his favorite players. And Deshaun is 70-12. Go ahead and scroll down there and show the team.
We got Kyrie Irving at the point guard. Pistol Pete at the shooting guard.
That's 82-0.
Michael Jordan.
We got the GOAT MJ at the small forward.
No, that's 82-0.
AD at the power forward. And Big Bob at center.
That is 80.
So,
what is wrong with this
Well,
game,
yes,
bro?
this game can be, obviously people will have their opinions. I think this team possibly goes 82-0. At worst, they go anywhere 75-3. But obviously, let us know down in the comments. Obviously, records don't speak for everything. Deshaun obviously wins record-wise. But let us know down in the comments who you think drafted the best team. Was it me? Was it Trey? Or was it Deshaun? Let us know in the comments below. And Trey, take it away now to the next segment here.
Okay. We will be. Okay, we will be headed into the NFL. First of all, I would like to thank a legend in the running back community, in the NFL community, and a legend that brung Tennessee Titans fans all the way up. We are worried about CJ2K, and we hope him and his family are doing well. He is diagnosed with ALS. I don't wish that on nobody. I feel terrible that that's happening.
It is very unfortunate.
And I just hope him, his family, and his kids are doing well. And my thoughts go out to him.
Yeah, prayers to CJ2K, one of the true forces to be reckoned with in the 2000s and 2010s. Just one of the great running backs, the single-season record holder for scrimmage yards, and one of the fastest players to ever lay hands on a football.
Yeah.
Your legacy will always be remembered. And he hasn't passed away yet. And, he could live. Doctors are giving him, with medication right now, a few more years. He could live longer than that, no. Obviously, we're praying for that, by an act of God, that he lives hopefully much longer and lives a long, happy life with the rest of his family. But yeah, it's one of the true legends, one of the best running backs to ever do it. Our prayers go out to CJ2K and his family.
Our prayers do go out to CJ2K and his family. But one thing I would like to add on to, I'm really happy to hear about the medical industry's improvements on helping people with disabilities like this from football or other sports that can cause this. So it's really blessed that we have a medical industry evolving in one of the best medical countries known right now. And another thing, the technology they developed to allow him to speak since he cannot form proper words is amazing. But I'm gonna leave it at that because this is a really sad topic.
It is. It's a bit of a very sad topic.
Because once again, one of the fastest people I've ever heard of.
He go from 0 to 20 in a blink of an eye. It felt like.
Yeah, like Avery driving.
Hey, all right, man. Hey, hold up now. Hey, let's not call me out now. All right. You take it away, man.
Next segment.
All right. Trey, anything else? All right, well, let's go ahead and head into the MLB. We've had a lot happened this past week in terms of All-Star games, teams rising and teams falling. We'll have a pretty quick power ranking segment because I don't want to talk too much. But first off, let's talk about the rigged All-Star game voting. I'm sorry. Listen, maybe it's not rigged, but listen, I don't know if we need to do like only people in Canada only get 3 votes a day and everyone else in the USA gets 5 because listen, here's my stats on the All-Star game. It needs to change and here's why. I'm glad. I think it's great that if you want to vote the players that you want to see, I think that is totally okay. But I don't think people like, oh, what's the Blue Jays catcher's name? Why did I forget his name? Because I do not think that Alejandro Kirk, playing in about 20 games, batting 160 with like 1 home run, should not be in the finalist voting for the All-Star game. Mm-mm. Blue Jays fans, you know he's not good enough to be in the All-Star game right now.
Just go ahead and give him the win. This is their World Series, by the way.
He's not better than Shea Langoliers. I want any of you Blue Jays fans to look at me right now and tell me that as of this season, the All-Star game is not about past seasons. I'm talking about as of this season, that Alejandro Kirk is a better catcher than Shea Langoliers. I want you to tell me that your third baseman, his last name starts with an O. The guy they got from the MVP, NPB. I want you to tell me that he is a better third baseman right now than Junior Caminero. While I do think it's closer, I still think Junior Caminero, especially on a 6-game home run streak, is definitely better and arguably and honestly might be one of the best players in baseball already and probably will be in the next few years when Judge and Ohtani retire. I want you to look at me and tell me that George Springer has been a better player than Yordan Alvarez, the literal man, a DH, mind you, who is leading MVP voting, batting about 320, 26 home runs, and putting up the most generational numbers we've seen him put up in years, okay? I want you to tell me, sit down and tell me that these guys are better than everyone else right now. They're not. And it's a little unfair that the Blue Jays get a whole country to vote for them, because then you get things like this. All right? Because, listen, Ernie Clement has been amazing. I picked him up on my fantasy team. He has been the best second baseman in the AL. I agree, batting about 300. The home run count is insanely high, but he's been good. He's been highly productive. But Ernie Clement should not have a first-round bye to an automatic starting bid in the All-Star game. He shouldn't. If anything, that should be Yordan Alvarez or Shea Langoliers or anyone else. Ernie Clement should not be the one to have the first round bid. You look at the NL, Shohei Ohtani has the first round bid. Yeah, that seems about fair. He's arguably been the best DH in baseball. You could argue between him and Schwarber. And he's also been arguably the best pitcher in baseball behind Jacob Mizorowski. Like Shohei, yes, deservingly gets a instant vote, like an instant starting spot. Ernie Clement, though, like he's been great, and he would have won regardless, but no. And listen, man, I'm just like, there just is too much voting power, not even just for Canada, also for LA. And while, yes, the Dodgers have been really great this season, and they have guys that deserve to be All-Stars, Max Muncy deserves to be an All-Star, 100%. I don't think Will Smith right now, as of this season, should be a finalist for All-Star voting. Even Trey is disagreeing.
If it's the actor, then yes.
Not the actor, no.
But one thing on that Alejandro Kirk thing, I don't watch much baseball. I don't know ball like that. But I know stats and number lines. His stats that you just mentioned aren't cutting it for
terrible.
All-Star.
That's about in 20 games back from injury, mind you. So he hasn't even played the whole season. Like even Trey will tell you, Will Smith.
That means he's not even warmed up enough for the All-Star game.
Yeah. Will Smith should not be finalist for All-Star. Mookie Betts should not be a finalist for All-Star.
Oh, he's been hurt.
And he also hasn't been playing that great either. But also, it goes for the Braves too. Ronald Acuna was on a generational run for a few weeks.
Well, that got shut down.
But he's been injured twice this season, and is only batting .250. And which is league average with 7 home runs. He's been fine. He should not be a finalist for All-Star. I love Ronald. You know what? I am happy that he is a finalist. I think that's great. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. I mean, like, it's great to see him there, but it's one of those moments where it's like, well, what the heck are you doing here? Like, there are guys, like, I don't even think James Wood made finalist voting. He's one of the best rising young stars. He's been one of the best players. I just think voting power has too much. They need to change it up because the All-Star Game voting should be recognizing the players that have been playing the best at their position. Simple as that. I don't think it's fair that, what does it say here? Every single Blue Jays starter made the cut for the finalist voting. That's unreal. The Blue Jays have been one of the most mediocre teams in baseball. We shouldn't be doing this. There shouldn't be a world where Vlad Guerrero Jr. right now is beating Ben Rice out in voting by 30%. Ben Rice has been the best first baseman in baseball. And if not the best, he's been one of. I don't care if he's been on a bit of a skid lately. No. This shouldn't be a thing, okay? This just shouldn't be a world we live in. And you know what? From all-star voting to now, we're going to go ahead and head into the power rankings. I'm not really excited for this, I'm going to be honest.
I had a nice little headline for this, but we'll get into this. So, explain to me what the power rankings look like.
We are going to name certain MLB teams, the teams that have been up here for about 30 years by now, and we're going to rank them about how they are through the season, and they change every week.
We rank them by a week-by-week basis while also factoring in this season as a whole, but also week by week. So we don't factor in past seasons. And for instance, like the Atlanta Braves, we'll get to them in a bit, but while they've been terrible this past week...
So have the Yankees.
Well, they've been terrible this past week. We're not going to take them out of the rankings because, as a whole, this season they've been good. So
maybe the Yankees as well.
Let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Trey, we already know who's number one.
I won't even get excited. The Dodgers are ranked number one, obviously.
But
I will take my little time little happy little go lucky self and say, hey, Padres fans, how you doing out there? You know, this was your little World Series, right? Y'all beat us at one game, and then we came back, and we just terrorized y'all through the second game, and we take that series and beat y'all. And now you're on a losing streak, losing to the Cubs.
The Padres pitching has also just been terrible.
23-2. How's that feel? Where's Mason Miller at? What's going on?
Yeah. Also, Padres pitching has been...
Only because Trey's day one mans, go Dodgers too.
Where the Padres fans at? We number one. Any other ads for you? I'm done with mine. I'm done with it.
If you reset it, I added the rankings. Go ahead.
Another thing. Wasn't a Padres player on the cover of MLB a couple years ago?
2021.
Mr. Fernando Tatis
Who's
Jr.
also been probably the most disappointing player in baseball season. But we can talk about that another day. But yeah, Padres pitching just been absolutely terrible. But yeah, we'll get into that. It's crazy that this team started like the year off pretty much like ranked. I think they were number 3 or like 4 or something like that. Like they started off hot, and man, they've kind of fallen down a cliff since, letting up, I think, about somewhere near 40 runs in their past 6 games. It's been awful.
23-2.
But you want to know a team that hasn't been awful and has been surging thanks to the pitcher that we discussed last week. Ladies and gentlemen, at the number 2 spot, we have the Milwaukee Brewers. This team just continues year in and year out. We count them out every year, and we say, oh, they're not going to be as good this year. The Cubs are going to take the division. We count them out every single year, and yet they keep doing things like this. They keep finding these players. William Contreras is one of the most underrated and one of the best catchers in baseball. Jacob Mizrowski is the best pitcher in baseball. The offense is doing what they need to do. Jake Bowers is doing his thing, playing first base. This team is just getting it done. There's not much else to say. I mean, unless any of y'all want to add on anything, but I think it's all about said and done for the Brewers, which is where I'm going to reach my rant here because, again, now falling down another spot at number 3, and we could have put another team here, but we're going to keep them here. We have the Atlanta Braves. Guys, it's been... I mean, unless things have changed right now in terms of this.
All the Braves fans, so y'all go ahead.
It's been a rough couple weeks.
I don't watch baseball.
It's been pretty rough. Injuries have hit. Drake Baldwin has arguably in the past week and a half, unfortunately, and I love Drake Baldwin, unfortunately in the past week and a half, he's been arguably the worst hitter in baseball.
and Matt Olson kind of fell off a cliff a little bit. Ozzy Albies has been pretty consistent for the most part, but with between injuries, it's been a struggle these past couple weeks. It's been really unfortunate to watch Braves baseball. They've lost so many games to now at the point where the Phillies, I think, are about a 3 or 4.5 game lead back of first place. It's a very unfortunate skid. There's not much I have to say. We just got to lock in, boys. We got to lock in. And if we can lock in, we are one of the best teams in baseball. And I do not doubt that we can still take this division and we can still be a contender for the World Series. But right now, it's not looking great.
Wait, Avery, what was that thing about the Braves you were talking to Wes about earlier?
Oh,
You were pretty excited about that,
I'm
man.
very excited because reports have come out. And Trey's, you see Trey over here. The Braves have reportedly become the favorite, according to multiple media outlets, to land Tarek Skubal in the trade deadline. The betting odds are still giving the Dodgers a slight edge above the Braves, but the Braves, according to media outlets, have come out as the favorite to land Skubal. They have quite a few assets that they can give for arguably one of the best pitchers in baseball. While he has struggled this season, maybe he just needs to change of scenery, needs to get out of Detroit. I'm excited. I think if the Braves get him, that launches us right back in. But we also need help on offense. So we'll see.
One thing with the Brewers, Milwaukee's having a fun time with some of these sports lately. Basketball and baseball.
Yeah.
Because the draft, we still got a couple more rounds, don't we?
What?
Or am I lost? I might be.
You might be lost. All the NBA draft already happened. You're thinking of football.
Yeah, maybe. Wait.
Does Milwaukee have they have Green Bay. But that's not like Milwaukee. That's just Wisconsin.
Yeah. But still, over there, sports are really going down right now.
It's not great. Anyways, Trey, the next team.
The next team we got is the New York Yankees. Not a lot I could be saying. We're getting beat a lot right now. I still think we're doing better without Judge. This is one of the times where it's the dog days during the summer. You'll hit a couple of slumps. I think that they'll reach back in the power rankings a little bit later during the season. At the moment, I do not have anything else to say. There's nothing much for me to say right here. It's just been very lackluster, very disappointing, especially because I got this hat on right now. But not much for me to say. We'll just get into the last team or teams, and I'll let him carry away.
For the first time, because I struggled to pick between both these teams, like I said, we're going based off weeks as well. And season, while it is a tough choice, you've got one team that's been pretty consistent for the most part, and you've got another team that has surged. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. For fifth, we have two teams tied for fifth place because I just couldn't come to make a decision here. I think both these teams have been really great in their own respective rights in terms of offense and pitching. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the fifth spot, we have the Rays and the
Phillies. Oh, he didn't want to say Phillies.
I didn't want to say Phillies, I'm going to be honest. They're scaring me. So the Rays and the Phillies, but also it would have been more fun if we did a back and forth dynamic there. So it's kind of that as well. But yeah, Rays and the Phillies. Let's talk about the Rays. Just continuing to do what they need to do. 50 wins. They're about 17 games over 500. They're pretty much, I think they took first place back from the Yankees, but I still think the Yankees are still a little more complete. Even though they have been on a bit of a skid. But they're just a little more complete. And so we have the Rays at fifth, just doing what they need to do. Shane McClanahan has quietly been really good. The pitching has been really good. Junior Caminero has been generational this past week, carrying me in fantasy. Last week, him alone putting up 55 fantasy points for me, hitting. He's got 6 games in a row now with a home run. I don't know if that's changed today, if they played or whatnot. 6 games in a row with a home run, including a 3-homer game that he had to start this whole streak. Junior Caminero is one of the best players in baseball, and this Rays team as a whole has been good. But on the Phillies side, I mean, we've seen what they've been doing. Kyle Schwarber. Man, we haven't said that in a minute.
Saying that for them.
Schwarbaum, first player to hit 30 home runs. He's doing what he needs to do. Bryce Harper, hit for the cycle and almost hit for another one the day after. The pitching's been good. Christopher Sanchez has been the best, not the best, one of the best pitchers, arguably the second best pitcher in baseball behind Jacob Mizrowski. This team is finally back on track since they fired their manager. Of course, they did that back in 2022, and the same thing happened. So at this rate, why don't the Phillies just fire their manager every year and they go on an insane hot run? And yeah. Anyways, I'm a little salty. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, Rays and Phillies. Tied for 5th, first time in Take Twins podcast history. Joe, anything else to add on to that?
I have a couple of things I would like to add. Mickey Moniak, just come to the Dodgers and we'll make great use of you. And Paul Skeens, you will be a Dodger eventually. That's all I have to say.
All right, well, here you go.
Paul Skeen, don't go to the Dodgers.
I agree, don't. Anyways, here you go.
Go ahead and go to the Dodgers. Don't listen to them. You know where home is. You know where home is.
You right. Go to the Dodger, Paul.
Oh, yeah, Pittsburgh.
No. Pittsburgh's not good enough for you.
All right, well, we'll see, bro. Anyways, there we go. The power rankings: Dodgers, Brewers, Braves, Yankees, and at 5th place, Rays and Phillies. There you have it. For the first time, we had some firsts here in podcast history. First ever time where we had back-to-back episodes with a guest. First ever time having 2 teams in at one spot. The power rankings.
First time the Dodgers had a big name.
A record episode.
The Lakers. So yeah, lots of firsts here for the episode, and I think that's just about it. If y'all had anything else you wanted to add on.
A record-breaking episode.
A record-breaking episode. I agree.
Why don't we get 100K likes and 30,000 subscribers? I'm messing with y'all.
Maybe hopefully one day.
And I'll come back. Do it and I'll come back.
So you're saying you'll never come back until that happens?
No comment.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. We'll make him come back. Anyways, thank you to Deshaun for joining us. It was great to have you on the episode.
Yes,
I had fun and I'm out.
All right. He's heading out.
Exit.
And we're going to go ahead and sign off. It's your boy, Avery Gibson.
And it's your host, Trey Riddick.
And we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.